Hollywood has been struggling over the past few years, and 2024 has been off to a very rough start for most of the companies within it. And now we have another terrible box office report for woke Hollywood. This is a State of Union article. It says the Hollywood box office has faced significant challenges in recent times, stemming from a combination of factors such as strikes, film delays, surprise flops, and the availability of streaming services. The total domestic box office gross for 2023 fell short of the anticipated $9 billion, standing at $8.58 billion, and this underperformance was attributed to a variety of issues, including strikes, superhero film flops, and a reduced number of film releases, leading to a tough year for the industry. And unfortunately for them, it doesn't look like 2024 is going to go any better, because we have already seen a plethora of failed releases, whether it is on streaming services and they didn't bring in the viewership numbers the companies were expecting, or in theaters and the box office totals were massive fails. It says in 2024, notable flops include Madam Web with a 64% drop in its second weekend, and let's be honest, opening weekend wasn't even great for them, and Drive Away Dolls, a road trip comedy that opened on 2,000 screens but earned a disappointing $2.5 million. I also think it's extremely important to point out that the American Society of Magical Negroes was also a film that was pretty hyped up by its creators, and it ran out of magic early and ended its pathetic theatrical run 3 weeks after its debut. It had a $15 million budget and only made 2.3 in theaters. It also says in 2024, the box office is down 21% from 2021 and 45% from pre-lockdown 2020 levels, indicating audience disinterest in current Hollywood offerings rather than external factors like the lockdowns. It also says the months-long writers and actors strike significantly disrupted film promotion and led to the postponement of several films, contributing to estimated losses of $500 million for the 2023 box office gross. Now, of course, we have definitely seen superhero fatigue over the past few years, and I do attribute that to bad content. I mean, obviously, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame were peak MCU and peak superhero films, and since then we have seen some major flops come out of Disney / Marvel, of course. I mean, even look at something like Secret Invasion, cost them over $250 million to make, and they said that it was disappointing. And then, of course, we have things like The Marvels, which were movies nobody really even asked for. And yes, I don't want to sound completely negative here, because there have definitely been some decent movies to come out despite the struggles. There have been success stories that offer hope for the industry. Films like Barbie and Oppenheimer, of course, looking just at 2024. The only movie that really has done exceedingly well is Dune Part 2. It has made so far $683 million worldwide and had roughly a $200 million budget. But having, 2 movies last year and so far 1 movie this year, when we are a third of the way through the year, that's not enough to save an industry or the companies that are, distributing them and creating them. They really have to start listening to audiences, and we say this all the time, we talk about this all the time on the channel. They need to start actually listening to fan feedback, and that is the only way that the industry is going to make significantly more money, and ultimately, in my opinion, the only way that Hollywood is going to be saved. Now, will they actually listen to us and our feedback? Most likely not. They haven't over the years. Only time will tell, but if they want to save themselves, they have a long way to go. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.